So Chad, paint this picture, right? Imagine you're a demon slayer, made it to Hashira, and your first mission as a Hashira, you get sent, right? And you have to fight against this demon. Cold area that affects your breathing style and your breathing, your lungs hurt. Um, it's so cold that it's hurting your lungs. You have to fight the demon that you're fighting. You have to fight 7 versions of that demon while controlling your breathing and fighting a ice Buddha at the same time, along with fighting that demon in multiple versions of itself. Yeah, That's what fighting Doma is like, literally. As you can guess by the title of this video, Doma is the most lethal upper moon, right? I'm gonna be going over Doma today very, very quickly. It's gonna be a very short video, right? So let's go over first with his blood demon art, which is the main topic of this video, really. His blood demon art is Chirokinesis, a blood demon art that grants him extremely powerful ice abilities, and he can generate ice from his flesh, and he can create constructs along with other things and other abilities that he can just do so casually, right? So let's go over his techniques with these abilities, right? So first we got Frozen Lotus. Douma uses a forward fan slash to create razor sharp ice shards along with several ice lotuses, which is pretty fucking broken. Um, and then you got the next technique, Baron Hanging Garden, a series of 8 to 10 successive fan attacks that generates ice shards to slice enemies into pieces. Freezing Clouds. Doma creates a large wave of cold wind and uses his fans to scatter them. This technique nearly froze Kano's eyeballs, mind you. Now, this technique in particular is really lethal just due to the fact that demon slayers need to breathe to get off most of their techniques. If they can't breathe, then they're pretty much useless. They can't use any breathing techniques to amp their physicals or even recover, right? So then you got Lotus Vines, similar to the Frozen Lotus technique that I just talked about. Doma can create several lotuses made of ice and long frost vines that extend his reach and capture or slice up his opponents. Now, here's the very, very broken technique I'm talking about. Doma creates the upper body of 2 female humanoid figures at the end of lotuses using ice with the ability to blow icy air towards his target. The wind generator was cold enough to instantly freeze the surrounding wood, bridges, and water. Kano noted that this technique is extremely broad and has a long reach. Now, with this attack having a long reach, it also can freeze the air practically. It can freeze the air in wood and water. Mind you, this makes it very hard to breathe, which can nerf a lot of demon slayers, and the reach makes it hard for them to get enough distance to get away. Then, you got the Crystalline Divine Child, which is a very, very broken technique. Doma creates miniature ice replicas of himself to battle his opponents. He has shown to be capable of creating up to 6 clones of himself at once, all possessing roughly the same skill and proficiency as Doma himself, in addition to being fully capable of using any of his techniques, albeit not to the same caliber as him. Furthermore, these clones are able to record any information it gathers during battle and relay it to Doma. Now, do y'all know how crazy that sounds? Now, just think about this, right? 7 Domas, they can all use Ice Buddha. What the fuck do you do against that? Is that not crazy? Is that not crazy? Now, mind you, he doesn't do that in the manga just due to the fact that he doesn't think Inosuke and Kano are a threat. Thank God, because what the hell are they gonna do against that? There's nothing you can do against that, realistically speaking. That's why I say that like Doma's like lethality against Demon Slayers is insane because he's already nerfing their abilities and their breathing just because of his aura, because he can fan his ice aura or his ice abilities around and make it hard to breathe, because if you breathe in all of that cold air, it like destroys your lungs inside, right? And then the last technique, of course, we have the not the water Buddha, the ice Buddha, right? The ice Buddha is a technique that Doma can spawn in, and it is a gigantic ice Buddha that can cause very destructive damage just by like punching the ground or capturing its opponents, which it does see no scan kind of at some point. Um, but basically, in this video, I just wanted to go over the fact how, like, out of all the upper moons, yes, including Kokushibo too, he's the most lethal and the best matchup for Demon Slayers because he can nerf them on go. Like, he can just wave his fans around and push the ice around and nerf them just on go immediately. So they can't even use their breathing styles effectively, or they have to fight very, very defensively. They can't get too close in, or they'll be cooked. If they breathe in the ice, they'll be cooked, right? That was Shinobu's mistake. She wasn't aware she breathed in the ice. There was done for her at that point. But that's pretty much all. I just wanted to go over a short explanation over Douma's abilities and why he's so lethal compared to the rest of the upper moons. But yeah, that's basically all. I'm just gonna conclude with that, and I will see you guys in the next upcoming video, which will also have Douma in it. All right, peace.